Okay, crochet family, this is Aja from Aja's Cozy Crochet Corner, and today I want to use this lovely ball of yarn to show you how to do a cable knit scarf, an infinity scarf at that. So we want to start with having a 5.25 millimeter crochet hook, any ball of yarn that you want, and I'm just going to use this to make a small swatch for you and show you how to get started. And this is, I believe this is orchard. It's orchard and it is red heart, and it's a medium size 4 yarn. So to get started, we must know the rules of our pattern. That way you can make it as wide as you would like it. And that's going to be multiples of 6 plus 3. So 6 would cover 1 cable, so you know. So I want to do one with 3 cables on it, just so I can show you for demonstration. So we're going to make this as long as you want it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And remember the multiple of 6, that's going to give us 1 cable. And I'm going to make 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 2 cables. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I'm going to chain my 3 extra. 1, 2, 3. So if you would like to make your scarf the width longer than this, then just chain more, okay? So to begin, once we have made our chain, foundation chain, we're going to skip the first chain on that hook and go into the second one, and we are just going to chain all the way. We're going to put a single stitch all the way down this row. So single stitch all the way down this row. This is my absolute favorite scarf in the whole wide world. So I said, oh no, I must show how to make this one. The first row, I will not lie, the row after our single crochets gets a bit wonky. And you will see what I mean, but you hang in there. And right after that, you'll get it, it'll be more streamlined. It's just the way we place our stitches. We work in sets of 6, so we skip 3 stitches, work in the 4th, the 5th, and the 6th, and then we'll be doubling back to the 1st, the 2nd, and the 3rd. And that first row, I've been told, is a little bit extra. So let's see. We'll work our single crochets all the way down the line. And I am just so excited to be making this video for you. I can't wait. Please post in the comment section once you have finished this and tell me if I did a good job explaining it over to you. So let's see. We have our foundation chain, and then we have our chain, our row of single crochets. So now we're going to start off with chaining 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you're going to turn your work. So we never work in this first stitch where we chain 5. We will then work with the next 6 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're just concentrating on those 6 stitches right now. So we are going to skip the first stitch, the second stitch, and the third stitch, and we are going to treble into the 4th. Now I do have a video on treble stitches just in case you need additional help with this. So you're going to yarn over 2 times, and you're going to go inside the 4th hole there. Pull out, drop off 2, drop off 2 more, and then drop off 2, and it should look like this. Okay, now you're going to Yarn over 2 times again and make another treble into the 5th stitch. Yarn over 2, take off 2 more, take off 2 more, and your piece should look like this. So now we're going to yarn over again 2 times, and we're going to go into the 6th stitch, and we're going to take off 2, take off 2 more, and take off 2 more, and our piece should look like this. So now we want to come back and work in these stitches, 1, 2, and 3. So we're going to yarn over 2 times. You're going to go in the back of your work, and I like to turn mine. You see, as I'm going, I'm literally turning it to the side. Makes it easier for me. Maybe it'll make it easier for you. Now we want to go reach behind. I'm going behind, and we're going to put it in the 1st stitch. Okay, now as I put my needle into the 1st stitch, I kind of want to turn it on its back some so I can see. We're going to pull through that hole, and we're going to make a treble, taking off 2, taking off 2 again, and taking off our final 2. Standing it back right, a piece should look like this. Now we want to do that 2 more times, once in here and once in here. So we're going to yarn over 2 times, slightly turning my work as I go back, and we want to find the 2nd hole, and we want to go in said 2nd hole, turning our work slightly, grab yarn, pull up. Gonna go through 2 holes, go through 2, and go through 2 again. Yarning over 2 times. We're going to go in the back, and we're going to go into the 3rd hole, and we're going to yarn over and take off 2, yarn over, take off 2, yarn over, take off 2 again. And this is what our piece should look like. Look a little jumbly at the top. We will work that out in our next row. So this is what it should look like. You should have 3 here, and then where you double back, you should have 1, 2, and 3. So we're going to go right into our next one. Yarn over 2 times. Now our next set, again, we work in 6. Our cable stitch works in 6. Our cable stitch works in 6 stitches. Say that 3 times fast. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So in our 3rd one, 4th one, yeah, we want to go in there. Okay, so you're going in the 4th one out of that set, and you're going to make 1 treble. Okay, so you're going to yarn over, and into the 5th one of that set, you want to make another treble. That's what it looks like. And now we're going to make our 3rd treble into the 6th stitch. And now we have to go double back and go into stitches 1, 2, and 3. So yarn over 2 times, reach back around, and again, like I said, I slightly turn my work so I can get to it easier, and find that 1st stitch and go into the 1st stitch. Turning it slightly to the back, you'll be able to work easier. And you're going to yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through your last 2. Now we have to find the 2nd stitch in this set, and we're going to turn it slightly to the back and yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2 again. So yarn over twice, and we're going to find our 3rd one for that set, and yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2 again. And this is what it looks like so far. Now we're going to do our last one in this row. Now remember, if you have chain more, put more into your foundation chains, you will probably have more cables coming up, but just for example, I'm just got 3. So 1, 2, 3 we skip, and the 4th one we're going to put a treble. Into the 5th one we're going to put a treble. And into the 6th one we're going to put a treble. Now we have to double back and get these stitches, so we're going to yarn over twice, reach behind our work, slightly turning it, it makes it easier, and you're going to find the first one, and you're going to go through there, slightly turning it in the behind, and we're going to make our treble. Yarn over 2 times. We have to find our next stitch, which is here. The 2nd one, we go through, turn our work to the back, and there we go. And this is for our last and our final in the set of 3. And we find the 3rd one, turn our work, and make that treble. And this is how it should look so far. When you're done, you should have 1 stitch right here, and we're going to make a treble into that 1 stitch. So there will always begin in a treble and end in a treble. And that is our first row. Darn ball, let's get away from me. So I want you to chain 1 and turn your work. Now this row is just going to be a row of single crochet, and this is going to help stabilize this little piece right here, and you'll be able to see your chain, your cable stitches much better. So I want you to go into that first stitch, and I want you to chain, make 1 single crochet, and into the first cable here, and make a single crochet, and you're going to just single crochet all the way across, keeping in mind that our stitches here are kind of on top of each other. So if you just fan it out, just making sure you get each and every last stitch, because every row is almost like a foundation row. So every row you do these single crochets in is like a foundation row, and if you forget any of these single crochets, then your next row will not come out right. So just spread them apart. When you get to your chains, it's okay, just spread them apart, and make sure you put 1 single crochet in each top all the way down the line. Spread these apart, fan them out, and just putting a single crochet in all the way down the line. And that is it. So once you have 1 single crochet on top of every treble, you cannot forget this stitch right here into this first chain 5. So you want to make sure you go into the top of that chain 5 and you put 1 single crochet. And as you see, that stabilizes every last stitch. So now you want to chain up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You will always chain up 5. Turn your work. And now we will repeat our cable stitches. So again, remember they are all worked out in multiples of 6. So we're working in sets of 6. And we will not be putting anything in the stitch that holds our chain 5. We will then be working in the next one, in the next 6 over. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the fourth one, because I want you to skip the first 3, yarn over twice, and go into the fourth one and make 1 treble. Yarn over twice, and in the 5th one I want you to make another treble. Yarn over twice, and again in the 6th one make a treble. Ooh, my treble got away from me. Make your treble. Now we have to go back and work in these stitches, 1, 2, and 3. So yarn over 2 times, reach around. Like I said, I turn my work, it makes it easier. And we are going to go in that first stitch, push it in the first stitch. I turn it around slightly, and I want to make my treble. And you're working your treble in the back for these stitches. Yarn over twice, come through and find the second one, go through there, turn around slightly, so you could be working in the back, and make another treble. And you're going to find the third one here, go inside there, turning in the back, and make another treble. And I believe once you get to the second row, you kind of already you understand the concept of what it is that you have to do, and you work it easier. I think it's easier to see all of the stitches here versus down at the bottom. You're just beginning, you're learning a new pattern. It looks a little loopy. But if you can make it to this point, you've got it from here on out. Very repetitious, and it's very simple, and it comes out really, really pretty. So 1, 2, 3, and in the 4th one we're going to put a treble. And in the 5th one we're going to put a treble. And in the 6th one, another treble. And now we want to double back around to the 3 we skipped, reaching behind. We want to find that first stitch, and we want to go in there and make a treble in the back. And then we want to find this one right here, the second one, and we want to make a treble in the back. And right here, and third one, and we want to make a treble in the back. We have completed that second set, and we'll move on to the last set in this row. And maybe not you, because yours might be longer, but you'll keep working it out. Let's see, 1, 2, 3 we're going to skip. So in our 4th one we'll make a treble. And yarn over twice, and in our 5th one we're making a treble. Yarn over twice, and our 6th one we're making a treble. And now we have to double back and come to these 3. So yarn over twice, reach behind, find our first spot, and we're going to go through there slightly. Let's try that again. yarn over twice, reach behind, go in the first one, slightly turn our work so we can work in the back a treble. Yarn over 2 times, reaching in the back, finding our second hole, and we want to make a treble. Yarn over twice, reach behind and find our third hole, and make another treble. So we come to our last stitch, which is right here, and as always we begin in a treble and we end in a treble. So making a treble into that last stitch. Now you're going to chain up 1 and turn your work. And you're going to put 1 single crochet in every one across. So on top of every treble gets a single crochet. Making sure that you fan out, so you can see all of your stitches. And there you go. So I hope that was explained well for you, that this is a really nice cable knit scarf. It's going to be like this all the way through, just repeating these 2 rows. You have your row of cables and then follow that with your row of single crochet, which will help stabilize your cables, and then right back into your cables again, and then back into your single crochets, always beginning each cable row with a chain 5. Let's see, and there we go, all the way down the line. The last one on top of this cable, and do not forget to, in the chain 5, to put 1 single crochet in the top of the chain 5. And this is what your work will look like all the way through. The chain 5 gives this lovely looping on the side, which I think is really nice once it's all finished. And I normally, for an adult, I would put 6 across if you like it wide. 4 is good too. This one I'm making for a child, so I'm going to just do 3, and I always do a wraparound of 2 times. So for a child, I'm going to do the 3 cables, and it'll go up to 40. So I will make 40 rows of cable stitches, not forgetting to add in my single stitches at the end of each one. And for an adult, I probably would go up about 60. Yeah, you can go up more if you want to, but I find 60 is good. And I usually would have about 6, at least 6 cables in each row. But I wanted to do a little swatch just to show you how to work it up. Rewind, just go back and forth and you'll get it. I think that first row is the row that's like, huh? And just remember, let's see, let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you always chain up 5. And just remember, you're skipping, you're not doing anything into that chain 5. You are skipping 1, 2, 3, and you are working in 4, 5, 6, and then you will come back and work from behind and for the 1, 2, and 3. So 1, 2, 3 skip, 4 treble, 5 gets a treble. And 6 gets a treble. And then we come back and work in the back and get 1, turning our work in the back. I find if you move your piece to work with you, your piece will work with you. And let's see, find the second hole working from the back. And the third one, then working from the back. And I think that's fairly simple. Just remember, you work each cable stitch in 6 stitches. So 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, and you'll get it. All right, so I was showing you on this one how to close off the top, but I think this color is too dark for camera. So I worked up a quick swatch right here, and I think you can see the cables much better. I love these cables. So I want to show you on here how to close off. Now, once you have your cables and followed by your row of single crochet, and you have it as long as you want to make it, you don't even have to break off your yarn. You can keep your yarn attached and just match up your sides here. You want to go through the last hoop you was in and go through here, and we're working just in our single crochets. And you want to go through matching sides and make a single crochet. So I'm going through the second one here, and I want to go through the second one in the back, and I'm going to make a single crochet. So I'm going through the third one here, and I am then going to go to the third one in the back, and I am going to make a single crochet. And I just want to continue to do that all the way down the line, making a single crochet, attaching the single crochets all the way down the line, here and here, and continue to do that all the way down. So I hope that you like this pattern. I hope it has worked well for you. I would love to see pictures of your work in the comment section. Let me know how you like this tutorial. Give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel for more tutorials on different items. And I think next we'll have to work up a lovely chain stitch, not chain stitch, the cable stitch hat for you guys, so you can have something to pair this lovely scarf with. So we're gonna go all the way down the line, just keeping uniform, matching front with back, front with back, just to lock this closed. And in case you're wondering what this color is jade. It says red heart, and this is a super saver, and the color here is jade. And going down the line, and we are at our last single crochet here and our last single crochet here. And once you end off, cut your yarn, chain up 1 and pull through, and there you have your join. It's right there. You will not see that at all. And of course, this is a little tiny one because I wanted to just show you how to join, but you can just see how that cable stitch just works out really nice. So imagine this wider and longer, and wrap this around your neck 2 times, and it's so soft, and it's a great wear, and it pairs with anything. So you have it So I hope you like this tutorial. I'm going to find someone and we're going to fit this one on them, and so you can see how it looks wrapped around twice. And don't forget, this is the hat that I will be doing the tutorial for, because every cable knit scarf will probably want to be accompanied with a hat, and I think this is a great cable stitch hat, and it's a real easy workup, and we'll do that next. Okay, so thank you again for coming to the corner. I'll see you later.